What are we reviewing today?
Today we're reviewing Mortal Kombat 2021. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, up to you. Up to you guys. Also, if you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, if you think we look tired, you can always buy us a cup of coffee at buyusacupofcoffee.com/TNC. Right, Chuy?
That's correct. Right
Awesome.
there. Link will be in the description and right down below.
Right there. This movie was directed by Simon McQuaid, or McQuaid, I guess really however you pronounce his names. Written by Gary Russo and Dave Callahan. All right, everyone, and we've got Louis Tan as Cole Young, Jessica McNamee as Sonya Blade, John Lawson as Kano, Makad Brooks as Jax, Joe Taslim as Bihan Sub-Zero, and we have I'm gonna get butchered in the comments, and if not, a lot of giggles at home. Hiroyushi. Scorpion. Hanzo. He plays Hanzo.
I think it's Hiroyuki Sanadan. All right, so this movie actually brings our main character, who is Cole Young, who, spoiler alert, is not an actual Mortal Kombat character, but was made specifically for this movie. And in this movie, Cole Young, he gets catapulted into a situation where he is basically in the prelude to the Mortal Kombat tournament. He doesn't know anything. We don't know anything. Luckily, Sonya Blade and Jax did all the research for us, and they will be telling us along the way. So don't you worry. All your questions will be answered. So in this movie, his and Sonya and Jax's, the other thing is they have to find more fighters. Why? Because we have to fill up the roster for Mortal Kombat. But the bad guys don't play fair. Other than that, this movie gives us nothing but excellent fights and great fatalities, as it were.
I feel like the bad guys had less backstory, which is okay. Sub-Zero, if anything, had the most backstory out of all the villains. The good guys had, I wouldn't say backstory. I mean, yeah, no, they got some backstory because there was dialogue between characters on, how long have you served and blah, 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 and all that stuff. And, mercenaries talk. And, I guess the comparison would be good guys got a lot more play in this film, if you will.
I think I definitely agree. I think that the good guys got probably more screen time in the sense that you got a lot more of their view. But that was basically because our main view was through Cole. And like you said, there was not enough from the bad guys. However, I still think it was okay. Because we got plenty of action. I thought the costumes were great.
Not as brightly colored as the 90s movies, but equally as cool in design, and total aesthetic is just...
One part where I thought that they took a little bit more liberty was with the costumes of Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Yeah, for sure. They looked more like downloadable content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something you would get after, or maybe in like a later adaptation of Mortal Kombat video game wise. Because in the third one, just about everyone's costume started to change a bit.
Yeah.
You get Sub-Zero maskless. He's got the scar, which I thought was a pretty cool nod. Because if that wasn't the same scar, then maybe I'm tripping. Because remember he scars him up?
Yeah.
And he starts rocking the mask and call me Sub-Zero.
Out of both of them, my favorite was just I think what they did with Scorpion. I thought that he was more of a ninja this time around, where before he was sort of just a different color of the Sub-Zero character, but he had like pretty much the best backstory out of all of them.
Hell yeah. Can I just say I really enjoyed the soundtrack, and I'm not talking about music. I'm talking about like the noise effects that goes on in the background or when the power is used is when it was anytime Raiden uses his power, bro. That the sound of the electricity, that crackle, that
Yeah.
it's just so sick, dude. That but he wasn't my favorite, but that was like he had some of my favorite, you know, uh he had something for my ears, I guess.
Yeah.
Visually, I guess I'd have to say I really enjoyed Liu Kang. Liu Kang.
Oh, okay.
Simple,
Wow.
simple, but like he visually he was pleasing. Like it was just like, yeah, like I want more of his story. He's got some tragic shit going on.
Oh, I'll have to say 100%, even though he definitely did not get nearly as much screen time as he should. And that's because he was playing for the bad guys. But Cabal, uh,
Oh, dude,
100%
I
Cabal,
am I'm sorry. I don't even know how I even
he
for I don't want to
just,
say forgot, slipped my mind.
yeah,
Cabal.
I mean, just vocally, he just had
Mhm.
me just with everything he said. Like, just the lines were great. And
You're the reason I'm in this iron lung.
yeah, not to mention the action. I mean, there was actually two people that played Cabal, the voice and the person inside the suit. And the person
Oh,
inside the suit, you do not go unnoticed, sir. We had what I believe is actually one of the greatest opening scenes in cinematic history in the opening of this movie,
the
which
open,
gave
yeah.
us the backstory of Sub-Zero and Scorpion, sort of, because it sort of jumped in right in the middle of the situation when they were alive.
Hmm.
And I just want to get your
Definitely,
thoughts on that scene.
it definitely gave life to the film. Because let's say you started off with so and so, and he's having these images of Scorpion in his head, and and without that part being told, I think you'd just be lost. Not necessarily lost, but you wouldn't care too much for the main character. You wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? So it was very
Yeah,
vital. It was vital. It starts off, oh, check out this family, oh, you got your little sister, oh, why is it so cold in here? Instant attack, bro. Horrid stuff, dude. I'm telling you, dude. It was just insanity, dude. Like
yeah,
just uncool,
yeah. No pun
uncool.
intended, but Sub-Zero was cold blooded.
Oh,
You know,
Bihan was trash for that, dude.
dude,
Bihan needed chill.
dude,
Team
like it's
Scorpion all day.
yeah. Tiny, which one was your favorite fight scene slash fatality? They don't have to be from the same, the same fight.
Favorite fight would have to have been Sonya, Cole, and Kano versus Reptile. That right there was sick. It had aspects of horror. I enjoyed um, the CGI. I enjoyed the choreography. The way it was filmed and everything. It was just good stuff. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed this movie. Had a lot of horror aspect to it, which was dope. I enjoyed that. If you want to know my favorite fatality, Chewy, was Kung Lao
Yeah,
when he takes his blade hat thing and just throws it on the ground and starts doing the
little
buzzsaw thing.
buzzsaw.
Takes little mama and just runs her through it, dude.
Natara.
Oh, Natara, she got it bad, bro. Split in half, dude. Just you can see her insides and everything. I loved it.
Yeah,
I
that
loved it.
was that was definitely the definition of rated R and the
Hmm.
and exactly the stuff that I wanted from this movie.
Now,
Me personally, I was taken back
yeah.
100% and by actual Cole fighting Goro. I thought that was great. I thought that just the unveiling of Goro himself
Hmm.
was done perfectly. I thought that when you first introduced him as just a shadow and Shansung going Prince Goro, see the smoke, and you're like, something is coming. At first, I thought it was going to be literally smoke, but it wasn't. It
Yeah.
was Goro, and then I was like, wow, it was a great presentation. The entire surrounding, which reminds me, the cinematography was great. I'm just gonna just put that in there real quick. At first, I was a little upset that they went to the city, but everything was done perfectly. Even then, when it was done that way, they set it up perfectly. Goro's fight, his execution, the execution of his execution was just ah, it
Yeah,
was
dude.
perfect.
Good stuff. I
I
remember
mean,
now. I remember a little more now when you started talking about it. Cole really came through in that fight.
yeah, single-handedly, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
No, my final thoughts were this.
Hmm.
It was a roller coaster of a ride with my emotions because there was a lot of things that when at first they presented them, I was like, I don't think this is a good idea. But upon execution, I
Hmm.
became a fan. For example, I thought going to the city was like, I don't know why they would do that. You're supposed to be like on some, weird island at a tournament somewhere. But you gave me Sub-Zero taking out families at a restaurant, like out in the suburbs. That's gold. That's gold. I loved it.
That's that. That's some good stuff.
You
Also,
know,
good horror aspects.
the whole explanation on how you're chosen, I'm not going to give it away, but the way that you're chosen for the tournament, at first I wasn't too sure, but then after they did it, and here's half a spoiler, part of the payoff kind of gives it to Sonya. Again, upon execution, I thought that it was perfect. I thought that it was done great.
Hmm.
And I thought that happened multiple times. So I thought that this movie took a lot of chances, and even if it didn't pay off as many times for other people as it did with me, I think that it paid off enough that this movie has, yeah, it did a great job.
Hmm.
It took risks in the right places, and I think it succeeded in pretty much in all the places that it needed. I was a little upset that the tournament didn't take place during the movie, but again, I didn't think it was a good idea, but then they switched it up on me, and it became instead we're gonna make it into the tournament is coming, which sets it up for so many things. There are
Hmm.
so many other fighters that they're gonna bring. I mean, do you realize how many? Like, there's over a dozen games. There are so many characters,
Endless, dude. You don't
endless.
even have to go. You know, Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3. You can probably go Mortal Kombat 1 and then jump to like 5,
Yeah,
6, 7, 8. Oh my goodness.
I thought they
So
pay. I thought they paid enough homage to whether you're a fan of lore, whether you're a fan of just the fighting itself. I mean, I think it did a little bit for absolutely everyone, and I personally liked everything, so it checked off so many boxes for me.
hmm.
Um, One thing that I don't know if it went unnoticed or not, but it was very much like the video game where I thought that the bodies being pretty much everyone's bodies were indestructible up until the fight was about to be over, and
Yeah,
then bodies and limbs can come apart, and then we were good.
for sure.
We got entertained. The fight is over. We got our
Yeah.
fatality. We're moving on to the next one. With that being said, Tiny, I'm going to go ahead and just give you this grade before
Hit
we get
me.
your thoughts here.
Okay.
Um, I'm gonna give this movie an S.
Nice.
Just 100%, one, just straight
Solid S.
solid S.
I like it.
What are your thoughts on this
I
movie?
like it. I'm not gonna lie to you, Chewy. Coming in, being a fan of the franchise, being a fan of the video games, the movies, the action figures, merchandise, all of it. Just I'm glutton. I want it all. And then watching the trailer for this iteration 2001 wasn't too pleased. I was a little turned off by the jokiness of the trailer. I was like, oh, they're pushing a comedy in my face. But then when I watched it, Chewy,
Yeah,
it actually impressed the hell out of me because the comedy was where it needed to be. Kano's use of comedy relief, his one-liners, his punches right where they need, fantastic use. Wasn't misused. They didn't beat a dead horse, as my good friend Ched would say. Our friend Ched would say. It was very. I want to say this movie was planned out perfectly because, like, Warner Brothers usually doesn't do too much of a good job with some of their products. You know what I'm saying? Justice League being one of them. So I thought there was gonna be like a lot of like, cut stuff or like some kind of like, Frankenstein of a movie. But no, this was a cohesive film. I enjoyed it. It was funny. It had horror aspects to it. Um, the movie wasn't how do I say, like, the movie wasn't meta. It wasn't a Deadpool. It wasn't a Marvel movie. It wasn't Ferris Bueller his day off. It wasn't something where they're aware of it. What I'm saying, this movie took itself serious, but not too serious where you're gonna poke fun at it. This movie again did a great job of bringing what it needed to bring to the table, and that was entertainment, violence, gore, a cohesive story, an A to B plot. It just, good stuff. Fully entertained. I want to watch it again. Is what I'm saying.
Nice.
And thanks to HBO Max. No, this isn't a plug, but it could be. I can keep watching this film for about a month. I guess if I'm gonna grade this film, if I had to grade this film,
Let's get it.
I'd have to give it an S.
Nice.
This movie is a full-on S. Fully, man. What kept this movie from getting a plus? A few things. Not enough reptile. You kept joshing me with all the smoke, thinking it was gonna be smoke. It never came through. You even give me a Cyrax. But look, whatever. There's sequels.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're coming. Just give me a lot more. Give me a Suicide Squad of just bad guys and let them just run them through the mill. You know what I'm saying? Just get it, dude. I hope there's sequels. I really do. I hope a lot for this movie, this franchise. At least give us one more sequel, and if all they're giving you is one more, then go all out. Is all I'm saying. They were a tad tamed with this one, and I'm not saying with the gore and the violence. I'm like with the characters they could have brought to the table. Other than that, an S. Great film. I recommend it to everybody. Children of all ages. Get out there, ask your mom, mom, I want to watch super violent. No, I'm just kidding. Go watch Mortal Kombat, everyone.
Yes.
For sure. I love you guys. 3,000, 1 million, all of it. You guys are awesome. Movie nights. Merch is coming. Don't you worry. It's happening. If you're interested, comment down below.
That's right.
Easy as pie. Or cake. It's easy as cake, right, Chewy? It's
That's
easy as
right.
birthday cake, everyone.
His birthday cake. And in case everyone did not know, the whole time.
The entire time, one of our co-stars, Knuckles,
Knuckles,
That's
the
right.
bestest boy in the world.
one of the stars of
Mwah.
Sonic 2,
That's right.
Knuckles. You get it, boy.
All right.
Anything we forgot, Chewy?
No, that's it.
So, thank you, Movie Nights. Keep it up. And hopefully you guys enjoy the next episode of Dangers After Midnight with your boys, Cheddar and O. New additions to the shows we got lined up here on TNC. A lot of good stuff's coming. So love you guys. I got to go to work.
All right.
Yes, we're normal people.